All right, guys, we're gonna be reviewing Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt, Survivor Series 2014 pay-per-view match, and right now I am at the 9:40 part of the pay-per-view, and I want to say so far, of course, this is match of the night. Even though I think that we've only seen about two other matches, we had the Divas, which was actually pretty good. The commentators sucked on it, but it was pretty good. I'll do a full review on the entire pay per view. Come the end of this whole thing, we had the tag team clusterfuck, which is exactly what it is. It was a complete clusterfuck. And now we have this Dean thing going on, Dean and Bray. Now to start off the match, I want to go on ahead and say I wasn't too invested. I don't watch SmackDown. They don't really, review it much on Raw. So where there's a lot of people that actually feel as though there's been some good build up for this, I just haven't been on board with it because it's not on the main show, and these are for two main guys, and this should definitely be main event quality, which it was, but it should also be showcased it on the main show. That's how you get these guys their name. You don't put them on the second rate show, run a great storyline, and nobody freaking knows about it. But I digress. The match definitely did start out that way. It started out just as your run-of-the-mill match. If you're not following the storyline, you wouldn't really be invested. But as the match went on and the match progressed and they started picking up steam, they started to tell a story. And that's the most important thing when it comes to these wrestling matches. How you can work the crowd and how you can tell your story. Your match can be completely crap. I mean, look at some of Hogan matches. Your match could be complete crap, but if you tell a good story and you get the audience invested, that's how you pull in them extra stars, them 4 and 5 star matches. It's just by telling your story and making it compelling enough for the audience to get invested. And that's what these guys finally started to do. Now, in the beginning, their whole story was Bray trying to convince Dean that, hey, you're very much so like me. I want you to join me. And the way that they portrayed this in the match when they finally got to the storytelling was they actually started doing the same things. There's the point in time where they're both laying in the ring on their stomachs, and as they're getting up, they're face to face, and they're both talking to each other, and they're just doing everything they're just so perfectly synced up the way that they started doing things. Then Dean lets his wild side go. Once, he gets his whole thing going and he starts feeling like he can't be stopped, Bray gets the upper hand and he takes it to another level and starts to brutalize Dean. But it didn't last for long because Bray wanted this thing to continue. He ain't wanted to end here a Survivor Series. They gotta pass this thing forward for TLC. So he made the offer that he made Dean the offer that he made to John Cena. Here's a chair. Hit me. Now, oh God, I wish that WWE didn't fine guys for head chair shots to the head. Maybe get like a loaded chair or something, or teach these guys how to properly do a headshot with the chair. That's something that could work. But then again, I can understand why they don't do that, because they don't want teenagers or kids outside of WWE. Even though they say don't try this at home, they know that they're going to do it. And if they just eliminate it from the show, it'll become an afterthought. So Dean hits him in the stomach with the chair and then hits him in the back. I don't really like that. Kind of takes away from the dramatization that was being built there. But, this whole thing was to lead us up into TLC. Because then, Dean brought in the table, puts Bray on it, smashes him through the table off the ropes. Then he starts throwing in a bunch of chairs. I mean, not as much as Cactus Jack and Terry Funk, but he started throwing in a bunch of chairs and another table. Didn't do anything with it. Well, he started hitting the table with the chair a little bit, but didn't do anything much. Got the ladder, posed on it. I was hoping he would dive off the ladder, really set this thing up, but he didn't do anything other than that. But I think these two definitely did tell a good story, and they will be continuing it at TLC. So I enjoyed the match. I'm pretty sure you guys did too. Let me know how you felt about it down in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next review.